Hello, welcome to Friday Sews. This is Shalisa with Sew She Designs. Today I'm just going to be talking about a few of my makes for this week and some of my plans for next week. If this is something that you're interested in, please stay tuned. So in today's video, I just have a few makes that I made this week, and I have a few things coming. Well, I have one thing coming up for tomorrow, and I wanted to share with you what I was planning for next week. Next week is, I think Thursday, it will be February the 1st. So for February, the month of February, I wanted to make something each week with some Ankara printed fabric in relation to Black History Month. So next week I'll have something that I've made out of some type of Ankara printed fabric. I know I have a hat that I would like to make, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it next week, but it will be something with Ankara fabric that I will have made next week to show you for my mates. I plan to do at least one make per week for Black History Month. Also, tomorrow will be the first class that I teach for our beginner sewist class with the group that I'm a part of. So although that I'm taking sewing classes myself, the class that I'm going to teach tomorrow is very, 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 very basic. Basically going to be teaching them just the basic parts they need to know: how to wind a bobbin, how to thread their sewing machine. We will have sewing machines there. However, if they have their own and they want to get the feel of how to use their own, I am recommending that they bring that with them. I am also going to get them to make one item. So they're going to make a little pouch for tomorrow. It's this pouch right here. This is a simplicity pattern. I don't know if you've seen my video before, but I think simplicity kind of made this a little bit more complicated than it needs to be. So I'm going to modify the pattern so it'll basically be two pieces, and then they'll put the zipper in, and well, it'll be three pieces, and they'll put this little handle on. I sewed up the sides before I remember to put the handle in there, so that's why mine looks like this. But this is what they're gonna make. I have a list of everybody's names, so I plan on getting my Cricut and cutting their name out in case they want. It'll be like their label. It won't be a label like this, but it'll be their name that they can put on their bag. And that'll be happening tomorrow. I will be taking some videos so I can show you clips of that for my next week Friday sews. I wanted to do a little special treat, so I didn't have it to do it for everybody. So I picked up this little reusable bag at Joann's. Yeah, Joann's. And I got a pair of scissors. I think this stuff came from Hobby Lobby. A sewing kit, some heating bonds to hem, and some labels, just some little cute stuff just to give. And I'm gonna put everybody's name in a bowl, and we'll pull a name, and whoever the winner is, they'll get this. Just little cute knick-knack sewing stuff, just to say thank you for coming to the class. Again, the class is free to them because they're in the group. So, but that's just something from me, just to say thank you for entrusting me to show you what I know. Also this week, I did my video on upcycling for plus size. So the one thing that I didn't want my garment to look like was a patchwork garment. So I'm going to show you, and I'm going to put a picture up, but I'm going to show you the garment that I made. And then when I made it, I felt like it looked like patchwork that I had done. And I feel what made it look like the patchwork was one of the fabrics that I use. One of the things I wanted it to do was to flow and have some kind of cohesiveness when it came to having, you know, colors that were similar. So I was trying to do that. My colors do match and they do have the flow. However, I still feel like I got a patchwork vibe from it. So what I did was I used, I think it's 8029, but I'll put a picture of the pattern that I used, and I created my own pattern from that pattern so I could make a vest. So I felt like this, everything is thrifted. It's all thrifted items, pieces that I had, pieces of denim I had. I created the design myself. So what I did was, and even though it does not look like I wanted it to look, the idea was to show you that you can still make something out of thrifted items and upcycle to a plus size. So what I would say was, when I created the front panel, I created two. One to keep it whole to use as my guide, and one I just took the pencil and drew on the pattern. I mean, yeah, on the pattern paper, what pattern that I wanted. I even had, like, for this long piece, I knew that that was gonna be denim, so I wrote denim on there. And when after I drew my pieces out, what I did was I cut the pattern up into little pieces, and I used those pieces to make my to cut out my little pieces to make my vest. So it came out, it looks patchworky, but at the same time, I'm still proud of myself. I lined things up. I just serged the edges, and this was my first time doing a lining, so I didn't show myself making the lining. I did try to record this, but then I got so upset that it looked like a patchwork quilt that I don't even think I put that in the other video. But with that being said, I did do a lining, and I did a lining out of a sheet that I had. So this whole thing is lined because you're putting these together, so you don't want the seam to be touching somebody's body. And then this is the back. So I'm still, it's not what I wanted, but I'm still proud that the pieces I needed to line up, they lined up together. I didn't quite get it together when it came to the side seams, but this comes together very well. And it comes together very well in the front. And if I had to wear it, I would just style it with, like, maybe a white button-up collar shirt. And I think I have a picture of where I tried to style it. And maybe some blue jeans or navy blue skirt or something. I would probably still try to rock this, just because I'm proud of how my seams came together. Like, they came together really good. So on that note, I am proud. The next thing I made this week was another upcycle, because in the midst of making this, then I was actually asked to make something else that needed to be plus size. So I had a dress, and if you go watch the video of me, this is the video that I did post of me upcycling. If you watch that, you'll see the dress in its entirety. I did forget to take a picture, so I don't have a picture to show you, but I do have a picture of this garment that I will put up. But it's just a cover up that I made. I put binding on it. This panel right here is the main dress, and this is it. This is what I used that was extra. And what I did was this panel piece had some black in it, and I had this black fabric that was the same texture and feel of the dress. So that's what I used to upcycle. I made my first hood, so I'm proud of that. And I'll link the video to this upcycle below. I probably just uploaded it right before this video, but I'll put the link to that video in the description below. And last but not least is the material that I really didn't have any idea of what I was going to make. And then all of a sudden it came to me what I was going to make. It was this material right here. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but I was drawn to it. So I used Simplicity 8926, and I'll put a screenshot of this up there. And I made view C. Now, proud of my shirt. I'm gonna put a picture of me wearing my shirt. However, this view is not the view for me. And this is kind of more of a crop top, and I'm not a crop top person. With that being said, I still like the shirt. I like the way that it turned out. In the comments below, let me know if you think maybe I should try like maybe the capris in a brown to wear with this. I feel like the way the shirt hits my body, it needs something that's high-waisted. So I was thinking of a skirt, but then I said I do want to try the pants. It's one lady, I think is Rochelle Handmade. If I'm not mistaken, I remember her saying when she pulls a pattern, she makes all the views. And this is a pattern that I really love. I made this for my Christmas dress to wear to a Christmas party. And I made this shirt. This is very easy to make. So now I'm ready to make the pants. And I was thinking that when she said that, that's really a good idea, because you'll know exactly what it is that you love or don't love about the pattern. So I'm going to try to make the pants next. That's going to be one of the things that I try to make, just because the dress was very simple. The shirt was very simple, and I'm positive the pants are probably going to be a simple make as well. So that's what I end up making with that shirt. I did do some color blocking, so it's not all that one pattern, that print. So I did color blocking on my shirt. I did some top stitching in the blue. And this is just, I don't have any of my clothing labels made up yet. So this is my labels that I had, my HTV that I cut out, and I just had an extra one. So I put that in there for my label so I know what the back was. But I love this shirt. I did have to, this pattern is a pattern that I had. This pattern is a pattern that I had, was the 16th of 24. And I usually make a 12 to 14 depending on the make. So I did have to, I think when I made the dress, I did not grade down. I didn't really know how to grade down at that time. And the dress was a little big round in here. So this time I did grade down just a little bit, because it was the smaller size was a 16, and that's what I cut out. But I just needed it to be just a tad bit smaller around here so it won't fall off my shoulders. So that was the only change that I made. And I did have to make the sleeves a little smaller, because the sleeves was like, woo, way like a big bell sleeve, which it wasn't looking good with this, the way I did this shirt. So this is a shirt. And it was so crop toppy, I was like searching, because I only had a little bit of the brown left, but it still wasn't enough to make it as long as I want. I probably should have, if it had been, this looked like it's probably an inch, maybe a good 2 inches would have done it, or 3 would have been better. But overall, I still like it. I'm going to show you pictures of me wearing it, and I like the way it turns out. And yes, I'm going to wear it. I would like to know, when should I wear this, because the blue is giving me spring vibes, but then the branches and the leaves are giving me fall vibes. So in the comments below, tell me what season do I wear this shirt. But I think it turned out really cute. I also thought about making a pair of shorts. I would now, if it's something that just to kick around in, I would really think that a pair of shorts in the blue material would be really cute, because you got the bottom with the brown, so it's gonna break up all of that pattern going on. So I think shorts would be really cute too. But let me know in the comments below what you think about my make, and what should I make for the bottom to go with this, because I'm going to show you. I didn't think I was going to need to make a bottom, because I thought that it was gonna look cute with a pair of jeans, and I could just have on the wrong color denim, but it did not look cute to me with the denim. So that's the reason I want to make a bottom to go to it. That's all for this week. I look forward to seeing you guys next week. I will be taking clips of my first class tomorrow. Preferably I do well. I'm nervous. This is my first time, but hopefully all goes well, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. I would like to say last but certainly not least, thank you to everyone who has subscribed to my channel. Just you subscribing is keeping me motivated, and I really, really, really appreciate you. And I want you guys to have a fantabulous week, and please, please go sew something fabulous.